towards your front at a height of 1500 feet. A live feed of the RPA is also tracking the meet and is being displayed on the screens placed in front of you. The LCA seamlessly transitions between air-to-air and air-to-ground roles, showcasing its multifacetedness. Equipped with modern avionics and weaponry, the LCA's swing roll capability enables it to effectively engage both aerial and ground target. Keep looking to your left as the Tejas flies in. They are closely tracking the enemy and dispensing flares. And fire. The missile has crossed very close to the target. In actual case, the missile with a proximity fuse would definitely destroy the target. The engines of the Tejas roars as he engages reheat and flies out of the arena. The Tejas aircraft is equipped to swiftly change its role from air-to-air into an air-to-ground role, also called a swing roll capability. After neutralizing the threat in the air, the pilot spots an opportunity target and revectors in support of the strategic aim of the commander. If you look to a right o'clock at a height of right 2 o'clock at a height of 8,000 feet, the Tejas repositions for another attack on the enemy. Having demonstrated the aerial targeting capability with an air-to-air missile, it shall now seamlessly swing into air-to-ground role, wherein it will change its role from an interceptor into a strike aircraft. It shall be employing conventional bombs to hit an enemy logistics node simulated by target number 12 to your 12 o'clock at a distance of 2.5 kilometers. दर्शकों, हवा में एयर टू एयर मिसाइल से सटीकता के साथ लक्ष्य को समाप्त करने के प्रदर्शन के बाद अब तेजस विमान जमीन पर शत्रु के एक बड़े लॉजिस्टिक्स भंडार को तबाह करने का प्रदर्शन करेगा. And with that, the Tejas is in dive. Switches selection done. He's primed for the kill. Bombs have been released. Keep following the bomb, heading for a definite destruction. There the impact. And the vital enemy war supplies have been completely destroyed.
Puru formation comprising two Sukhoi 30 MKI are planned for dropping a barrage of 100 kg bombs on enemy troop concentration area, simulated by target number 3, right 1 o'clock at a distance of 2.5 kilometers. Taking coordinated operation missions deeper into enemy territory, we will now plan an attack over the enemy's troop concentration area, which is a time-sensitive target. This area is a designated location where the military forces gather and prepare for operations. आपके बाएं से आते हुए 2 सुखोई 30 विमान तीव्र गति से हमले के लिए आगे बढ़ रहे हैं. Look to your left, 10 o'clock high, 2 Sukhoi 30. Bombs away. Wait for the impact. 44 bombs have been dropped by 2 Sukhoi 30. And there. विध्वंस का खौफनाक नजारा, दुश्मन पर जोरदार हमला और दुश्मन को निस्तेनाबूद कर दिया.
Next in sequence of attack is the Apache helicopter, which is one of the latest war machines in our inventory. Please look towards your right 2 o'clock low. Try to spot these helicopters sneaking into the combat zone undetected, flying at the nape of the earth. These helicopters are dispensing flares, are now pitching up and establishing into an attack formation. They are guided by our forward air controllers. The pilots are now detecting the enemy convoy with their onboard systems. They will fire Hellfire missiles as soon as a launch solution is achieved. Get ready to witness destruction of enemy tank formation. Hold your breath. And there he fires. And boom, the missiles have shattered the tank convoy. The helicopters now pitch down and accelerate to top speeds and exit the arena. The Apaches find their way back home after destroying the target and defeating enemy missiles. Flying in next, we have two advanced light helicopter Mark IV Rudra, who would be destroying the enemy's forward area rearming and refueling point, which is depicted by target number 15. The target is located right in front of you at 2 km. These two helicopters will move in towards the target from your left and right, dispensing flares to deceive the enemy missiles. They will showcase their off-board firing capabilities. रुद्र एडवांस लाइट हेलीकॉप्टर ध्रुव का एक सशस्त्र संस्करण है जो हिंदुस्तान एरोनॉटिक्स लिमिटेड द्वारा डिजाइन और निर्मित किया गया है. एंड हियर फ्लाइंग इन आर 2LH Mark IV रुद्र कॉल साइन दुशांत from your right and left to destroy the forward area rearming and refueling point of the adversary. और एक अचूक निशाना. The explosion has smashed the enemy's vital assets. दुश्मन की अग्रिम श्रेणी का रीआर्मिंग और रिफ्यूलिंग पॉइंट ALH रुद्र के भीषण हमले से नेस्तनाबूत हो गया है. The helicopters exit the arena dispensing flares.
दर्शकों, आप अपने दाहिनी ओर से आते हुए 2 o'clock की दिशा से C-17 विमान को देख सकते हैं, जो कंटेनर डिलीवरी सिस्टम के 10 बंडल से 10 टन रसद सामग्री की आपूर्ति करेगा. थोड़ी ही देर में आप हवा में रैंप खुलते हुए एवं उससे पैराशूट के द्वारा रसद सामग्री को नीचे गिरते हुए देख सकेंगे.
While the aerial war rages, Indian Army troops have made deep inroads into the enemy territory and require urgent resources to retain the forward momentum. You will now witness how a C-17 aircraft, call sign Beam, is used to para-drop heavy supplies for our troops in a designated drop zone into the battle area. And on the screens placed in front of you, you can also see the rams of the C-17 have opened. The extractor parachute will soon be seen deploying, extracting the platform, and here. The main parachute has deployed, stabilizing the payload. Suspended between heaven and earth, these parachutes gently glide the lifeblood of supplies to its intended drop zone.
एक्सट्रैक्टर पैराशूट की मदद से रसद सामग्री बाहर आ चुकी है. अपने सामने लगे स्क्रीन्स पर आप देख रहे हैं कि कैसे C-17 विमान अपने सैनिकों के लिए अत्यंत आवश्यक सामग्री को एक्सट्रैक्टर पैराशूट की मदद से ड्रॉप कर रहा है.
And with that, all the supplies have landed. The ground forces, much awaiting the arrival of the much-needed resources, as they witness the spectacle as the C-17 executes its mission with unwavering commitment. The drop zone would already have been sanitized by advanced elements of the Indian Army Strike Corps. And next, you'll witness a C-130J Super Hercules aircraft, call sign Bali, undertaking assault landing. Please hold your breath as the Indian Air Force C-130J tactical aircraft will fly in at just 300 feet above the ground. The C-130J is state-of-the-art multi-role tactical transport aircraft capable of undertaking covert special operations against enemy ground forces and serve troops behind enemy lines on unprepared surfaces. And on the screens placed in front of you, you can see the live feed of the C-17 coming in for carrying out an assault landing.
दर्शकों, भारतीय वायुसेना के दक्ष पायलट्स न केवल अपनी वायु सीमाओं की रक्षा करने में सक्षम हैं, बल्कि दुश्मन के इलाके में घुसकर अपनी सेनाओं और उनके साजो सामान को भी हमले के लिए पहुंचाने में काबिल हैं।
Today, the C-130 will be doing an assault landing, which means the aircraft will be landing on an unpaved runway. Here comes the C-130, call sign Bali, emerging from behind the grandstand. Let us all welcome Bali with a huge round of applause. And I'm sure you all remember the Rafale aircraft, which had earlier destroyed an enemy aircraft. It has now been assigned the role of combat air patrol, wherein it is flying at a height of 2,000 feet, so that the C-130 lands without any enemy aircraft interference. The C-130 will now be carrying out a low-altitude, high-speed tactical approach. You can see the aircraft is turning right to position itself to carry out an assault landing to insert Garud commandos for securing the runway.
आज का यह प्रदर्शन असॉल्ट लैंडिंग का है। इसके दौरान यह विमान हवाई पट्टी पर कम दूरी में उतरकर दुश्मन के इलाके में गरुड़ कमांडोज को दाखिल कराएगा तथा थोड़ी देर बाद पुनः असॉल्ट लैंडिंग स्ट्रिप से दूसरे छोर से कम दूरी से ही उड़ान भर लेगा।
Please keep looking towards your right. The aircraft is on short finals coming in for landing on the advanced landing strip. And the aircraft has touched down. Watch as it decelerates. Engulfed in a bowl of dust as it decelerates. Look at the ram doors opening. Keep your eyes glued to the aircraft and watch out for the Garud commandos who will swiftly and steadily jump off. Every Garud commando has his eyes scanning the vicinity for any threat around the airfield. The Garud commandos are trained for extensively for these kind of operations. The special forces spread out alongside the runway, securing it. Today, the Garuds are capturing and securing the runway for further air-landed operations, wherein a Chinook helicopter will fly in 2 M777 guns.
प्रहार से सुरक्षा अपने उद्देश्य वाक्य को चरितार्थ करते हुए गरुड़ कमांडोज विमान से बाहर आ चुके हैं एवं विमान को सुरक्षा प्रदान कर रहे हैं। विमान के उड़ जाने के पश्चात दुश्मन की जमीन पर दिए गए अपने खतरनाक अभियान को भी पूरा करेंगे। भारतीय वायुसेना की यह विशेष टुकड़ी स्क्वाड में काम करती है। दूर स्थित अपने लक्ष्य को कमांडो की एक छोटी टुकड़ी, जिसे ये ट्रैक कहते हैं, फास्ट अटैक व्हीकल की मदद से कुछ ही समय में लक्ष्य पर पहुंचकर उसे बर्बाद कर देंगे।
The ramp has closed and watch as the aircraft accelerates to reach the other end of the assault strip.
C-130J सुपर हरक्यूलिस विमान एक विशेष विमान है जो न केवल इस प्रकार के अभियानों को करने में सक्षम है, बल्कि विभिन्न मानवीय आपदा राहत एवं बचाव अभियानों में भी प्रयोग में लाया जाता है।
The C-130J Super Hercules aircraft has tremendous flexibility in landing and executing not just special operations like these, but also tactical airlift capability and reach during humanitarian assistance and disaster relief, also called HADR operations. The possibilities of innovative employability of this versatile platform for a variety of operations is truly endless.
देवियों एवं सज्जनों, हमारा C-130J सुपर हरक्यूलिस विमान अपने विशालकाय आकार के साथ दुश्मन को मानो कह रहा हो, प्रण करना है सहज, कठिन है लेकिन उसे निभाना, सबसे बड़ी परीक्षा है व्रत का अंतिम मूल्य चुकाना। अंतिम मूल्य न दिया अगर तो और मूल्य देना क्या, करने लगे मोह प्राणों का तो फिर प्रण लेना क्या।
The C-130J is now positioned for a short field takeoff. The aircraft will open full throttle and notice the short amount of distance that the aircraft will take to get airborne.
और इसके साथ विमान तैयार है पुनः आसमान की बुलंदियों को चूमने के लिए। हवा से बातें करता हुआ हमारा जहाज अब हम तक यह संदेश पहुंचा रहा है। ये बात हवाओं को बताए रखना, रोशनी होगी चिरागों को जलाए रखना। ये बात हवाओं को बताए रखना, रोशनी होगी चिरागों को जलाए रखना। लहू देकर जिसकी हिफाजत हमने की, इस तिरंगे को सदा दिल में बसाए रखना। C-130J सुपर हरक्यूलिस विमान भारतीय वायुसेना द्वारा उपयोग किया जाने वाला एक बहुमुखी सैन्य परिवहन विमान है। यह अपनी सामरिक एयरलिफ्ट क्षमताओं, मानवीय मिशनों और विशेष संचालन समर्थन के लिए जाना जाता है। सुपर हरक्यूलिस विमान अपनी उन्नत एवियोनिक्स और लंबी दूरी के साथ भारत की एयरलिफ्ट क्षमताओं को बढ़ाता है, जो रणनीतिक गतिशीलता, सैनिकों और कार्गो की तेजी से तैनाती में योगदान देता है। C-130 सुपर हरक्यूलिस विमान, जिसे भारतीय वायुसेना द्वारा उपयोग किया जाता है, में शानदार असॉल्ट लैंडिंग क्षमताएं हैं, जिसका प्रदर्शन अभी आपने देखा। यह भारतीय वायुसेना को विभिन्न परिस्थितियों में त्वरित डिप्लॉयमेंट और संचार सुरक्षा में मदद करने के लिए अपने परिसरबद्ध एयरस्ट्रिप से उत्कृष्ट करता है।
Next in the sequence of events is an underslung operation by Chinook helicopters, also known as external load operations. This type of flying requires extensive training and skill. This kind of operation is also very useful in disaster relief and humanitarian assistance. Now the aircraft is on your right, 2 o'clock. You will see 2 heavy lift tandem rotor Chinook helicopters, call sign Hanuman, carrying 2 M777 guns of the Indian Army as underslung load, ready to be delivered into the battlefield. The helicopters are dispensing flares.
घटना के क्रम में अब चिनूक हेलीकॉप्टर द्वारा एक अंडरस्लंग ऑपरेशन है। बाहरी बार संचालन के रूप में प्रसिद्ध इस ऑपरेशन की उड़ान के लिए प्रशिक्षण, कौशल और जज्बे की आवश्यकता होती है। इस तरह के ऑपरेशन बहुत उपयोगी हैं और उसे मानवीय सहायता के लिए भी इस्तेमाल किया जाता है। ये दुर्गम क्षेत्रों में विमान से रसद वितरण को सक्षम बनाता है।
The Chinook is a tandem rotor heavy lift helicopter that is in the inventory of Indian Air Force. The Chinook possesses several means of loading various cargoes, including multiple doors across the fuselage, a wide loading ramp located at the rear of the fuselage, and a total of 3 external ventral cargo hooks to carry underslung loads.
चिनूक हेलीकॉप्टर युद्ध के मैदान में हमारी तोपों का लगातार स्थान बदलने में मदद करता है, जिससे शत्रु को हमारी तोप के सही स्थान का कभी पता नहीं चलता। चिनूक हेलीकॉप्टर दुर्गम पहाड़ियों के ऊपर भी तोप को पहुंचाकर शत्रु को अचंभित कर देता है।
With its robust twin-engine power, it effortlessly shoulders hefty payloads ranging from artillery to vehicle, both internally and externally, showcasing its maximum payload capacity. Its extended range and endurance grants it the freedom to traverse vast distances and maintain prolonged airtime, enhancing operational adaptability. The aircraft's modern avionics systems, featuring cockpit displays and advanced navigational tools, amplify situational awareness and mission efficacy to unprecedented levels. Chinooks provide strategic support by airlifting heavy construction equipment to the far reaches of Himalayas and played a crucial role in sustenance of operations in one of the biggest ever helicopter humanitarian relief and evacuation efforts undertaken under Operation Rahat.
The Chinook's ability to carry large underslung loads has been of significant value in relief operations into the aftermath of natural disasters. Since the type's inception, the Chinook has carried out various secondary missions, including medical evacuation, disaster relief, search and rescue, aircraft recovery, firefighting, and heavy construction assistance. In February of 2020, the Indian Air Force started using Chinooks at theaters such as Ladakh and Siachen Glacier to assist Indian forces deployed at the Indian borders with China and Pakistan.
On your screens, you can see the Chinook helicopters lowering the M777 guns. The M777 howitzer is a 155mm 39 caliber towed artillery gun and weighs just 4 tons, which makes them light enough to be airlifted underslung from Chinook helicopters. The gun, unlike traditional artillery systems, is ideal for quick transport owing to its weight. The weapon is easier to move on battlefield and quicker to set up than earlier guns.
Chinook helicopters are a versatile component of airspace power. They can induct troops and equipment direct into action and extricate them on completion of tasks. Chinook helicopters are used in air-landed operations where the troops are landed near the objective, where they organize into combat units and move towards their objective. These helicopters enable rapid insertion and transfer of troops into forward locations. Advanced landing grounds and inter-valley troop transfer are a major component of a Chinook helicopter.
The Chinook helicopter has successfully offloaded the guns, displaying how we undertake airborne operation, showcasing coordination between air and land elements of the armed forces. How both elements come together and ready to destroy any enemy who even dares to look at us.
On the screen's position in front, you can see the live bird's-eye view of the operations undertaken jointly by the forces, which is being transmitted by the RPA.
Now the Chinook helicopters have completed their mission and are moving on to the next mission.
वायु सेना और थल सेना की ये संयुक्त कार्रवाई देखकर एक बहुत प्रसिद्ध पंक्ति कही जा सकती है। पंख उनकी जरूरत नहीं, वो लोग जज्बों से हवाओं में हैं। इश्क किया है देश की मिट्टी से, जिंदगी सुपुर्द देश की वफाओं में है। कोई जमी की पहरेदारी में जुटा है, कोई सलामत रखे है हमारा आसमां। सबका मकसद सिर्फ एक है, हर हाल में सलामत रहे हिंदुस्तान।
और अब थल सेना की एक टुकड़ी गन्स को सुरक्षित स्थान पर लेकर जाएंगे और वहां से दुश्मन पर धड़ाधड़ गोलों की बौछार की जाएगी। हार्दिक नमन है भारतीय वायु वीरों का, धरती से ज्यादा गगन है इनको प्यारा। शत्रु देखेंगे अपने सीने पर हाथ रखकर, भारत देश की वायु शक्ति का नजारा।
In the next demonstration, we will give you an insight into the capability of Indian Air Force to carry out attacks by unmanned aerial vehicles called attack drones. This system will destroy the radar sight of the enemy, depicted by target number 16. It is an indigenous autonomous vertical takeoff and landing capable drone. It provides real-time feedback with respect to the accuracy of the hit. This drone is ideal to take on small targets and ensures low collateral damage. Electronic intelligence has provided fresh information that an enemy is tracking our movements through its radar. And so, it has become imperative that we destroy this radar situated at target number 16, position in front of you. Look straight ahead, high, as the drone may go into dive anytime. The attack drone has already been fired and is now on the way to the target. Keep your eyes glued on the target, as the attack drone may drop onto the target anytime, catching enemy by total surprise. In the realm of modern warfare, attack drones stand as a testament to the evolution of precision strike capabilities, offering shift in the way conflicts are waged. These are sophisticated weapons, combine the attributes of traditional munitions with the strategic advantage of loitering over the battlefield for extended periods, awaiting the optimal moment to engage targets with surgical precision. Listen to the sound of the drone as it dives toward the target. एक अचूक निशाना, दुश्मन की सेना का एक महत्वपूर्ण रडार नष्ट हो गया है.
We now move on to firing of guided missiles from the ground. Our surface-to-air missile systems protect our deployed forces, airfields and other civil infrastructure. The Indian Air Force has a large arsenal of surface-to-air missiles, of which the S-400 and MRSAM are the latest inductions, which provide not only point defense but area defense as well. Today, you'll witness firing of Samar and Akash missile systems. Coming up next is the Samar, which is a new indigenously developed system. Samar, known as the surface-to-air missile for assured retaliation, is now getting ready to fire its missiles on the meat. The target will be approaching from your left, 10 o'clock at a height of 1500 feet. And on the screen space in front of you, you can see a close-up image of the Samar system, and it's characterized as 6 white missiles.
दर्शकों, अब देखिए कि कैसे समर मिसाइल सिस्टम देश की वायु सीमा का उल्लंघन करने वाले दुश्मन के लड़ाकू जहाज को रोकती है। समर का विकास भारतीय वायु सेना की बेस मरम्मत डिपो और भारतीय कंपनियों द्वारा 2022 में हुआ है।
Watch 12 o'clock to you. Flying in is the meat simulating an enemy aircraft. As soon as it comes into the engagement zone, the Samar missile system, which is located at your right 1 o'clock, will fire a missile. The missiles have taken a lock and is closely tracking the meat. It will launch as soon as the launch solution is achieved. Keep your eyes glued towards the The missile has crossed very close to the target. In actual case, with the comparatively larger size of the enemy aircraft, the proximity fuse of the missiles would engage and will give an assured destruction of the enemy. Watch as the enemy falls to the ground, burning up in flames.
जो नर्म आत्मदान से अपना जीवन घट भरता है, वही मृत्यु के मुख में भी पड़कर नहीं कभी मरता है। जहां कहीं है ज्योति जगत में, जहां कहीं है उजियाला, वहां खड़ा है कोई सैनिक अंतिम मूल्य चुकाने वाला। Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of the part 1 of Vayu Shakti 2024. But there is more that is left to be seen still. Before we commence our further firepower demonstrations, we will take a short...
605